Hi, welcome to my channel, guys. I'm your host, Dr. Sene, and I'm here with a heart-wrenching crime story that brings to mind the worst kinds of monsters, opportunistic predators that live among us. In this world, we call our world our home. This is a story that would enable you to understand the true nature of human barbarity. This is not a story for any viewer out there. Guys, this contains violent and graphic descriptions and pictures that would upset some viewers. Please use viewer discretion. This is not for any viewers under the age of 18. Anyway, thank you. Guys, this is a story about a little girl molested and murdered, and the details are just absolutely horrific. Hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Before we go on to the story, for all those viewers who are new to my channel, I post videos on Tuesdays and Sundays on true crime, celebrity news, and all kinds of social issues that I feel I would love to share with you all. So let's get into it now. Asifa Bano was an 8-year-old girl living in the village of Rasana near Kathua in Jammu and Kashmir, India. She was reported missing and her parents were frantically searching for her. This was January 2018. On the morning of 17th January, Muhammad Yusuf Pujwala, Asifa's distraught father, was sitting outside his home in Kathua, wondering in despair what had happened to his daughter, when one of his neighbors came running towards him. He stopped in front of Mr. Pujwala and broke the news that no parent should ever have to hear. They had discovered his 8-year-old daughter, Asifa Bano. Her body lay in bushes in the forest, a few hundred meters away. The 8-year-old's body had been found dumped in Rasana forest in the Kathua district, a week after she went missing while grazing horses in the forest area. I knew something horrible had happened to my girl, Mr. Pujwala, a 52-year-old with deep sunken eyes, is reported to have told the BBC in an interview. His wife, Nasima Bibi, sat beside him, faintly crying, while repeatedly murmuring, "Asifa, Asifa." It was such a heart-wrenching sight. The whole community gathered to comfort them. Women were crying and howling, and even the men were very emotional. 12 January 2018, Asifa's father, Muhammad Yusuf, had lodged a complaint in the Hiranaga police station, stating that his daughter had gone missing. His complaint said that on 10th January 2018, his daughter, aged 8, had gone to watch over grazing horses at 12:30 p.m. She was seen at 2 p.m., but when the horses returned at 4 p.m., she was no longer with the horses. After searching for her and being unable to find her, he had filed a missing persons report with the police. Let's find out a bit more about this community, guys. Pujwala family belongs to a community of Muslim nomadic shepherds called the Gujars, who crisscross the Himalayas with their goats and buffaloes. Gujars are an ethnic, agricultural and pastoral community of India, Pakistan and Afghanistan. They have been involved in agriculture, most famously dairy and livestock farming. They are also a religiously inclined tribal community. Take a look. Back to the story of Asifa Bano, guys. This is an 8-year-old child we are talking about. An 8-year-old child, yes, 8-year-old Asifa Bano had been abducted, drugged, and gang raped and strangled to death, and also hit in the head with a heavy rock. The post-mortem revealed the presence of clonazepam in her body, showing that the girl had been drugged with a sedative before she was raped, gang raped, and murdered. A man by the name of Sanjiram, a man or rather a beast by the name of Sanjiram, was arrested as the mastermind of the crime. Guys, he was a 60-year-old retired government officer and a Hindu priest, and who hated the Muslim nomads and represented the right-wing Hindu activists. He had abducted the helpless little girl and kept her hidden and drugged for days in the village Hindu temple before she was raped multiple times by different men. So they raped her in a temple. The Hindu community of the village prays 3 times a day in that temple, I read somewhere, according to the local people. A statement released by the police listed 7 individuals who had been arrested and charged over the crime, including 4 police officers. A total of 8 people, including 4 police officers, were arrested. 2 of the police officers were arrested on suspicion of attempting to destroy evidence, and also they were found guilty of accepting money to cover up the incident. One of the accused claimed to be 15 years old, though a medical examination later suggested he was 19. My God, guys, are these human beings? The rapist murdered a priest's son, Vishal, and his nephew, a juvenile, were also accused in the case. The others who had been accused are Deepak Kajuria and Parvesh Kumar, who are police officers, Tilak Raj, a head constable, and Arvind Dutta, a sub-inspector. The police contested the claim that the nephew is a juvenile. Vishwal Jangotra claimed to be in another village at the time attending an exam. However, according to the Central Forensic Science Laboratory, CFSL, his signature did not match the signature on the exam attendance sheet. Can you believe this, guys? The rape and murder made headlines in India when the charges were filed in April, drawing widespread condemnation, giving birth to many strident protests all around India. On 10th June 2019, 6 of the 7 accused were found guilty and 1 was acquitted. Guys, remember, the mastermind Sanjiram had hated the Muslim nomads, and he and his group had wanted to teach the tribal Muslims a lesson. Guys, teaching the tribal Muslims a lesson, okay? I know you heard me, but what I'm asking is, teaching a lesson by raping a kid? The incident sets a new unthinkable low for horror, don't you think? 2 of Mr. Pijwale's daughters had been killed in some kind of accident some years before. On his wife's insistence, he adopted Asifa, the daughter of his brother-in-law. His wife described Asifa as a chirping bird who ran like a deer. When they traveled, she looked after the herd.
सुना था कि बेहद सुनहरी है दिल्ली समंदर से खामोश गहरी.
That made her the darling of the community. She was the center of our universe, they both said amidst sobs. Guys, can you even fathom the depravity and the horror of this act? Let's take a minute to think of the beautiful life that was lost so violently at such a young age, and hope that no one would ever have to face this kind of horror ever in their lives. That's it from me tonight, guys. Let me know what you think of this case. Please leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Good night.